All right, peace, love, and light. This is just going to be your guidance reading for Aries season, for the spirit for Aries season. If you want to book a personal reading with me, all of that information is as always in the description below, as well as Seeing More Tarot. Just go ahead and click the title to get to the description. We're going to shuffle up our cards and say our prayer, and then we shall begin. So all right, let's go ahead and say our prayer. So, dear the divine God, our Holy Father, Yahweh, and our angels, thank you for being the highest form of good in our lives, for keeping our heads on straight and straying us away from negativity as best as possible. And thank you to the angels for the assistance that they have brought today and the assistance they'll bring during this reading. Right now, I'm asking that you guys bless and protect this space, as well as the viewers, and myself, to ground us in our energy so that way we know what messages to receive, and to gift us the keen discernment to know what to do with the knowledge received as well. Please grant us the ability to keep our personal opinion and bias to the side if you so choose, the strength to continue on, and the clarity needed to focus. And anything else that you deem worthy for this reading, please allow us to be the vessels to receive and deliver. Amen. Ashe. All right. So the card that pops out is the Hermit card. And as we were talking about for Aries season, for the spirit, it is all about the emergence of the natural self and bringing that into the physical world. It is bringing that into the ability to bringing your natural self out into the open, out into the world, and allowing it to affect the surroundings and areas around you. I'm looking for, here it is. So in the spirit reading for Aries season, I totally forgot to read the middle world. So I'm gonna go ahead and read that for you guys, and then we're gonna get into the guidance. So we're going to start with the invitation. The middle world shows up when conditions are favorable to your undertaking. Do not hesitate. Move forward as heaven and earth are smiling upon you. The time is right, so be expedient, but mindful of not being reckless. The world is your playground, and what would require great effort is at any other time. What would require great effort at any other time can be accomplished with ease right now. So this is the perfect time and perfect energy. It is the perfect experience for you to go ahead and announce your natural self, for you to bring your true self, your true behavior, who you actually are, out into the open. It is the perfect location, the perfect set of experiences. This season, this astrological season, is perfect for the natural emergence of self. So I want to go to the essence. The middle world is the realm of day-to-day reality and the playground of the living. It is the present moment where everything is happening, yet the middle world is created by the future, not only the past, and it is a mirror of the invisible realms. When things are right in the middle world, heaven and earth support everything. When they are not right, heaven and earth must be brought into order as well. And then the medicine. Do not try to connect in the earth what needs to be corrected in the heavens. The resources to support the change or endeavor you are considering are not readily available to you yet. So it's important to ask for help from the invisible realms, from helpers in the upper world. For now, wait. So, like I was saying in the spirit reading, you are your own guide this season. You are the one that is helping you with this transition from what was created of you or what you were taught to be or whatever the circumstances may have been before you access your natural self, you are the one that is the marker. You are the one that tells your spirit guides, your angels, your ancestors, whomever you decide to work with, that what is right for you, because you are the only person that knows your natural self. With you guys being the guide, what was this saying? With you guys being the guide, what needs to be corrected is what you believe is the best experience for you, because heaven is otherwise known as, or basically known as, the best experience for you, for your life, for your incarnation, is known as the greatest experience of reality for you. So it's like what you believe is great needs to begin to change. So the first card that comes out is the Hermit card in the reverse. The Hermit card in the reverse for me represents coming into socialization with others, coming out of and also coming out of a journey. It's returning back to the natural world, the normal world. Is returning back to civilization. You went on a journey on your own. You went on a journey of self-discovery or some type of discovery on your own. You found what you needed, and now you are returning back. And also, it's something about this lantern's light. This lantern's light, for some reason, is the key. It's called the lantern's key. And the lantern's key itself is the fact that it's light. So it's like you guys have found the light, and you are returning back to civilization with it. But what is the light? What is the light? The Hermit in the reverse. What is the light? And just when you're about to give up, here it comes. So this is something that you found within the last moment. And it is in its challenged position because it's currently in your hands. And this is something that you're currently dealing with. And this is the World. You got Death in the reverse, symbolizing light. You got the Five of Cups in the reverse. And you also got, life is, Death in the reverse is symbolizing life. You got the Five of Cups in the reverse and the Chariot in the reverse. And all of these being in the reverse are signifying how this has not started yet. This is a situation or experience in your life that is not activated. It's non-active. And this Chariot in the reverse is symbolizing immobilization. It's non-moving. It's stalled. It's still. It is in place. It's non-moving. It's not the fact that it's not movable. It's just not moving. You're not doing anything with this light. And the light is representative of the life of, what is this Five of Cups? A life you don't regret. And that is the light that we have found on our previous journey. So last year, if I could have completed all of my readings, but I feel like you could probably get a gist of it if you if you kind of synonymize or bring a synopsis to all of the astrological readings that I have done for 2024, you can see that we were on a journey of discovering where is the light, what is the light, and how is the light. I was teaching people and talking about bringing that best self out into fruition, going after your best life, going ahead and achieving these things. And it's like now we have our best life in our hands, and it is time to activate it. It is time to activate it. I already shuffled these. So what is the activation? How can we start this activation? Nine of Cups in the reverse with the Four of Coins, the Justice, and the Knight of Cups. The Nine of Cups in the reverse, unsatisfactory. These are all of the things that do not match it. The Four of Coins talks about Four Coins would be a stable finances. This is deception and the stability of your finances. And then Justice is speaking of correct behavior. And then the Knight of Cups is beginning to connect to your emotions. And he has this dream. So how we can begin to activate our life is by looking at the dreams that we have that do not match the life that we do not regret. If anything in your dreams that you want, and I'm looking at this and I'm realizing how, like, this beginner community that's coming to me with these readings that's being released and stuff, I'm seeing how far away you guys are from your natural self and from your normal self and from the life that you are meant to obtain as you are living on earth. You guys are very far and very distant from it, for the fact of, and this is something that I've never seen before while reading, but I see why they geared me up to this. And I had to go through a whole bunch of like emotional training, because this is very like deep, and it's really getting to me. Like, I'm damn near about to cry how distant you are from the life that is appointed to you, the life that you are given directly from the hand of Yahweh to you, in the life that you are meant to obtain and live. You guys are so far and distant from it, because the dreams that you have right now are full of ideas, opportunities, and experiences that you're going to regret. And you are going to regret this. Like, for example, if you always felt that you wanted to be a known author, you wanted to be on the best-selling book list, you wanted to be on New York Times, the New York Times book list, or whatever the situation may be, you wanted to be there. You wanted to win the Nobel Peace Prize for a scientific discovery, and you are now having dreams of like getting a good 9-to-5 job, a nice house, a nice car, and, you know, just being single for the rest of your life. But you wanted dreams of a family. You wanted 13 kids, a mansion, and 30 entrepreneurial endeavors that, you know, that enriching you to be a billionaire. And you're like, oh, I can just, you know, I dream of, like, you know, what I want now is, you know, a nice little 3-bedroom house, a $30,000 car that I got on lease, and a good, you know, 9-to-5 job, or maybe a warehouse job where I'm working all day. And it's like your dreams that you have now, you know, you're going to regret it, and you can feel it emotionally when you look upon these dreams, and you feel this deep regret that radiates as what is it? Is it it's in dissatisfaction, but it's disappointing dissatisfaction. When you feel disappointingly dissatisfied, when you think about where you're going to wind up in your future, when you think about your future and you feel disappointedly dissatisfied, it is time for you to correct the future that you think about. This is how we begin to obtain the life that we do not regret, by correcting the future that we think about. No more allowing yourself to chase after a disappointingly, dissatisfyingly future. You do not want to go after a future that disservices you. You are worth more than that. And you know you are worth more than that because of the dreams that you have, of the reality that you want to maintain and keep. You know, you have these dreams of like, well, if I could just write a book, and I know that if I write a book, I will be, you know, I will go somewhere in life. I will be different. My whole entire reality will change if I could just sit down and write a book. If I could just paint 3 paintings and, you know, sell them to like 10 people, I could be somebody, I could go somewhere, I could do something. And it's like, what is stopping you from starting that what if? What is stopping you from starting your journey? What is stopping you from going after that what if experience and making it real? What is stopping you from changing that to what if to when I? So what I really need you guys to do, and the homework that I really want you guys to pick up, is instead of saying, what if I do this, say, when I do this. Just begin with that simple change in conversation, that simple change in talking. Whenever you are dreaming or just, you know, thinking about your future, say when I, instead of saying what if or if only. Say when I. Even if you have no plans to do it, no way to do it, no means to do it, begin to manifest this experience into your life by saying, when I write the book, this is what's going to happen. These are the things that's going to occur. Bring back the faith, trust, and joy into your life by just saying, when I do my dreams. And that is going to put you on a path, and is going to begin to put you on a path and actually solidify you in the path of actually getting up and doing so. Because right now, all of you guys, it is not the reality of your life that you are fighting against. It's not the reality of your experiences that are stopping you from your dreams. It's your emotions. It's how you feel about them. You feel that you can't obtain them. You feel that you can't start them. You feel that they're not right. They are. You can. You can obtain them. You can start them. They are right. So instead of saying, if I could, if only, and if, instead of ifing it, say when I. And that's going to begin to push the motivation and the correct energy that is needed into your body for you to begin to look for the experiences and opportunities in your reality to go ahead and get up and create your dreams. Because this is the thing, you guys are not ones to take the chances and opportunities for your dreams to happen. You guys are ones to create your dreams. You are not ones for your dreams to come and find you. You are not a person that means to be found. Like if you want to be a famous singer or a famous rapper or some type of famous entertainer, you are a person that will get up and create that experience. You don't make it happen. You don't do it from the resources that you have around you. You create it. You are something you are something and someone. You are somebody that can create the opportunities, the experiences, the materials, the things that you need to start your dreams. You create it. And that's why it's like Yahweh allowed you guys to descend down into this hole, and he allowed you guys to get into this secluded, reclusive energy in this state where you don't want to be around anybody and you don't want to talk or entertain or operate with anyone. You don't want to connect with anyone, because how your dreams are meant to happen, how your life is meant to be lived, does not come from the opportunities that are made or created or open or found around other people. It is made from you creating and making them happen. You are the creator of your dreams. You are not the producer of them. Like it's hard. It's not really hard for me to explain, but it's like there's a difference between creating your dreams and making your dreams happen. When you are making your dreams happen, you are taking from the resources that are around you. You are taking from the environment and the opportunities that are around you. When you are creating your dreams, you are pulling from within and pushing outwards. So it's like, not only are you supposed to be the author, the entertainer, the actor, the singer, the music maker, or the tarot reader, you are supposed to be a person of a different style of it. You are supposed to be a person of a different reality of it. Like you're a new way of being the actor, the singer, the tarot reader, the author, the spiritual healer, the you're a new way of it. So it's like, begin that new way by saying, when I start my dreams. And you will be open up your mind and open up your eyes to beginning to look in your reality for the smallest things that you need to begin. Like when I started doing tarot, I believed that I needed a DSLR camera. I needed a background, a backdrop. I needed a quiet room in a quiet house. I needed to be living alone. I needed, like, I thought I needed all of these things in order to begin to do tarot on YouTube. I thought I needed all of these things. But then I sat there and I said, how can I start my dreams today? Because somebody that ignited me on my path told me that you always have everything that you need to start your dreams. It may not be what you want to start your dreams with, but you have what you need. And I sat there and I looked and I said, well, in order to do tarot on YouTube, I need a camera. And I looked at my phone and I said, well, there's a camera there. And I said, okay, in order for me to do tarot, I need tarot cards. And I'm like, well, I have the ones for myself, so there's that. And I'm like, okay, in order for me to do tarot, I need, a space that I can record in. And I'm like, well, I have my room and I can sit on the floor. And I sat on the floor with my camera, with my phone. I sat on the floor with my phone and the tarot cards that I had bought specifically for myself. And I started doing tarot for everybody. So it's like, you have what you need to start your dreams at any given moment in your life. Like, for example, if you want to start, if you want to be an author, somewhere in your house, there's pen and there's paper. Whether you have to start by writing in the journal app or the notes app of your phone, or downloading Google Docs and writing there, or actually writing with pen and paper. You don't have the laptop, but you have a phone, and you have pen and paper, or you have the money to go to the store and buy your first notebook that you are starting to write your story in. You want to be a musician. Well, on your phone, there's GarageBand, there is Mix Factory or something like that. Like, there's all these apps to start musician. You want to be an actor. Well, you have a phone, and you can begin to post skits on the internet. Even outside of that, you probably got a friend that has like that does improv somewhere. You probably got like a cousin that is, that hangs out in the music industry and can be a producer or introduce you to a producer or something. Like, you have the ability to create. Like, you have the ability to obtain the resources in your life. You just have to create the connection to them. You just have to create the resources. Like, you have to gather, not even gather, it's like you just have to create. It's not even really create, it's like open your mind up to the basic foundation of how you can begin your dreams. Like, for example, you want to be a tarot reader on YouTube, your phone, and even if you don't have tarot cards, you can sit there and make some. I've seen people on TikTok with little index cards and, pieces of paper and stuff, and little index cards that they wrote on, and they shuffle up the index cards and do tarot that way. Create your style. It's because a new way of being this type of person is coming from you whenever you decide to get up and start your dreams. So instead of saying, if I could, say, when I do, when I start, when I obtain not even obtain, when I begin my dreams, when I start writing the book, when I start singing the song, when I start acting, reciting the script, acting out the play. Say, when I start. All right, so we 24 minutes in, and I see where this is going. I'm going to pull one last card for this middle world, and then this is the end of the guidance reading. Well, that was quick. I thought I had to shuffle more. So we still got Justice in the middle of the deck, Star card in the middle of the deck, and here we go. I mean, at the end, and here we go. We was talking about the star, the wish, the dream. You know, making that wish, that reality, the wish coming to fruition. We're not talking about the wish of, you know, oh, you know, I want a girlfriend. No, what is the girlfriend that you want? What is the boyfriend that you want? You know, what is the husband that you want? These are the type of dreams that we're talking about. We are not talking about, oh, you know, in my house I want a Betty Boop painting. What is the painting that you want in your house? What is the book that you want to write? Start there. Start there with the. And it's like, because it's like what I feel is these type of people have so many ideas bursting inside of their mind and inside of their head. They have so many ideas just shooting off. And it's like where you need to start at is with the idea. Not with a idea. Like when you want to write a book, what is the series that you want to write? We're not talking about, like, for example, if you want to write a book about a great battle on the Middle Earth, you know, that's just a book. What is the book? If you want to write the book of, like, you know, a scientific discovery or analyzation of personality and character and, you know, your opinion of it or some shit like that, like, I don't know, what is the thing for you? That's where you start. So we got the 8 of Swords. The reason why your dreams and wishes of the future, the reason why your thoughts of the future are dissatisfying and disappointing, and also the reason why your dreams are trapped and unable to start, is because of all the conversation that you have around them. All the conversation that you have around them. This is why. Whenever you think about your dreams, you have this mentality inside of your head, because, you know, Justice is showing me that you guys need to correct this behavior. You have all of this conversation going on in your head whenever you think about your the dreams of reality. You know, whenever you think about the want that you want to obtain in this life. And yes, anytime that you want to obtain anything in life, when it's the thing, that is your purpose. That is your purpose. So it's like, never deny your purpose. Never, ever deny your purpose. I remember I was talking to somebody one day and they were like, you know, what do you do in life? Or, you know, how's life been for you or something? I forgot the question that they asked, but I wound up telling them, like, you know, I discovered my purpose in life and I've been working on it and working at it ever since I discovered. I've never let it go. And ever since I've been working at it and including my purpose in life into my everyday activities, I've been living like wonderfully good experiences. Of course, I've had some downs, and I've had, like, I would say honestly, I started working on my purpose 7 years ago. And within that 7 years, I've only had like maybe two, three, or four moments in my life where I was just like down in the depths of negativity and like depression and sadness, and experiencing like an emotion. And I only experienced an emotion that I didn't want to experience. I still lived the life that I wanted to live. And now that I'm thinking about it, in those times where I was down in my sorrows and down deep inside of my emotions and experiencing its negativity, I didn't have my purpose in my life. I wasn't acting on my purpose. Anytime that I'm not acting on my purpose, my emotions go to the depths, depths. They go to the deepest depths. I can't say that word. I got a little bit of an overbite. They go to the deepest depths, and it's like desire to care about my life is absent. And it's all because I don't have my purpose in my life. So it's like the emotions that you are in, the emotional state that you are in right now is simply because you are not acting on your purpose in your life. And your purpose in your life is whatever dream, like the dream that you have, the way that you wanted to live your life. So the best way to obtain that knowledge is for you to go back to when you were a kid, self-reflect to how you were when you were a kid and what you dreamed of doing then. Or for some people, no, take it back there to when you were a kid and what you dreamed of doing then. Because even still, when I was a kid, I had like a dream of like being a forensic scientist, but the desire and the wanting and the life that I wanted to live. So there it is. It's not really looking at the dream that you had when you were a kid. It's the life that you wanted to live when you were a kid. And the life that I wanted to live was yoga and taboo spiritual things, spiritual taboo and yoga. I was interested in psychics and paranormal and yoga and meditation and, things of that nature. And the moment that I moved out of my mom's house and was in my own place and by myself, I said, you know what? I am free and there is no one there to stop me or ridicule me. And I am alone in this moment. So no one will ever know if, this turns out to be a horrible thing and it doesn't work out for me. And this turns out to be the most embarrassing thing. I'm alone. No one's ever going to know. So I decided to dive into spirituality and taboo spiritual things. And I got my first tarot deck and I started watching tarot readings, and I was getting crystals and organite pyramids and watching all spirituality TV and stuff like that. I started to dive into that life, and ever since then I've been growing in my happiness. So it's like, what is the life that you wanted to live when you were a kid? And when you think about the stuff of the life that you wanted to live when you were a kid, when you think about that stuff, don't sit there and decide to negate those thoughts. Stop the way that you are thinking about that lifestyle. Stop it. As soon as it starts, as soon as the negativity of like, man, I ain't never gonna get there, or, it's the worst thing happening for me, I can't be the top drug dealer in the world because, my mom is gonna hate me. And then it's like, if you ever pay attention to those thoughts inside of your mind when it comes to the life that you want to live, it's always some simple thing that's stopping you. Your mom being upset, your friend saying you might go to jail, your dog, you might have to get rid of your dog. You're not going to wear your hair the way you like your hair if you decide to model. You might have to shave your head. It's always some simple things. It's always some simple things. And it's like, bro, your mama been upset with you your whole entire life. What the fuck's the difference now? You cutting your hair for one modeling job, that ain't gonna stop the modeling career. There's wigs. It's like it's these simple things and these simple reasons that have been stopping and stealing and pausing you. But I'm gonna tell you this, because I know the way that Yahweh works his hand. You were not at the proper mindset or emotional capacity or emotional mindset to begin to start your dreams, which is why these simple things were able to stop you. Or rather, I wouldn't say that. It was Yahweh stopping you because you weren't right for your dreams, or the location you were in wasn't right for your dreams. Now listen to this. The location that you are in is not just simply the environment, because it also includes the people of the environment. So maybe, you were on the path to getting your dreams starting and, started, and everything was going fine. Everything was going swell. Everything was going wonderful. And then you acquired these group of friends, and you still got that same group of friends to this day. This group of friends that dwindled your dreams of life, down to nothing, to the point where you don't even want them anymore, and you're wanting to go and just live a regular mundane life of a 9 to 5 job, or attend to, a 10-hour shift or something, 10, 16-hour, 12-hour shifts and shit. Your minimal ass dreams of, I want to take the small route, the slow route, the not doing nothing in life. You allowed that group of friends to dwindle your dreams down. That's not the social environment that you want to be in. So it's like, you need to check every environment of your life and actually see if it is the proper location for you to begin to live the lifestyle that you want to live. Is it the proper location for you to begin to live the reality that you want to live? Is it the proper location? Is every environment, your social environment, your cultural environment, your actual environment, your home environment, your life environment, your family environment? Check the environments of where you are at right now, your mental environment, your emotional environment. Check all of those and say, are they right for my dreams? Do my emotions that I have allow me the capacity to continue to walk the path that creates the dreams in my life, that creates the dreams to be real in my life? Does my mental state and my mental capacity and my mental environment, or the environment that my mental is in, take it however you receive it, does that create the path? Is that able to sustain me and motivate me and activate me to continue to stay on the path that creates the reality that I want to live? Does it do these things for you? So you got Justice in the middle. This is the path for you guys. You got Justice, Knight of Coins, Six of Coins, and the Magician. This is the path to beginning to be the person that creates your dreams. This is the path to activating that light that you have found in the previous astrological year. So you correct your behavior by starting with the when just starting with that simple change of, when I start my dreams, when I get to my life, when I live my life, or when I look at, when I create my reality, just starting with that mind, just that saying. Even if you don't have the mental and emotional state to match it, you are the body that has dominance in this spiritual world. In this physical world. On this earth, the body has dominance over the spirit and the soul. So all you have to do is speak, and it is. All you have to do is speak, and it shall be so. So you say, when I start my dreams. You say, when I start my reality. And that's you putting your car, like your key in the ignition. And it's going to take a while, because Yahweh is giving me the sound of a car starting. Of a car that ain't starting a while, and you put your key in the ignition and you turn, and it's like, that's you with your when you are, when I start my dreams, when I, and eventually it's gonna, and you are ready to go. Your car is started, and by the grace and glory and thankfulness and wonderfulness and beautifulness of Yahweh, you got gas in the car, the battery is good enough, and you can go ahead and start your journey in the car that you are in right now. And it was just, the reason why it wasn't starting on the first thing was because it hasn't started in a while, and that starter was like not used to being used. So it's like, oh shit, the starter had to wake up. So it's like, ignite your starter, ignite your start. And that's what this guidance reading is called, ignite your start. So you got the Knight of Coins. This is the first obtaining of the dream lifestyle. This is the first obtaining of it. So it's like, once you correct your behavior by saying, when I start my dreams, you are going to open up your mindset, your reality, your emotional, your mental. It's like you open up when you say, when I start my dreams, you open up your reality. It's like somebody specifically, some male, somebody balanced within their masculine and feminine energy, so much so that I can't even tell if you are a male or female, like physically, because you are so balanced within both of those energies. Somebody watching this reading is it's like you have the power of like spoken manifestation. Whenever you speak, whatever you speak, and it's because you are balanced that your emotions doesn't even matter. Like I have that ability too, where what I speak will become so, as long as I am at a certain emotional capacity or emotional standpoint. When you speak, whatever you speak will become so, as long as you intend it to be so. So it's like, for somebody specifically, when you speak and you say, when I start my dreams, it literally cracks like a code for your reality to burst open, and all of these opportunities and experiences that bring about, not even bring about, it's like you just burst your reality open and you begin to see that everything that you have needed, all of the materials that you have needed to start your dreams, to start your dream life, to start living the reality that you want to live, have been there for you. They have been there, but it's like you just couldn't see it until you speak the magic words. And the magic words are, when I start my dreams, when I, and however you finish the rest of that sentence, when I live my dream life, I'm going to have 10 bananas and 3 cars. You're going to look, and it's going to be, you're going to open up your, you say that sentence, and then you're going to realize like, oh, I have 3 people in my house that have a car that I can use whenever I ask. And I got a banana, and I also got $2 to go and buy the other 2 bananas. It's like you're going to realize your dream life has always been there. It's just not the style of how you want it. And it's because you have to create your style of how you want it. You have to add your touch to your reality, and then you can begin it So the 6 of coins is you beginning to converse with your reality. You beginning to exchange with your reality. You beginning to interact with the universe. And that is how you become the person that is the creator of your dreams, the person that is you. That's how you become the designer of your dreams and the designer of your reality. When you begin to interact with the universe, when you open up your mindset, your emotions, and you have to open up your perception and understanding mentally and emotionally to interacting with the universe. And once you do that, you unlock the ability to design your reality. So that's all that I have. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm so nosy in somebody else's life. I need to get out of me being nosy in a motherfucking life. 8 of Wands. What is this? This 8 of Wands blocked. Yeah, this is that locking. This is the final thing that I want to say before I go. You see this here looks like an evil eye, and you see how all of these actions are blocking it. Your current perception and understanding is the evil eye that is stopping you from accessing your reality. Shift your perception, shift your understanding, shift your perception and understanding, and you shift your whole entire lifestyle and reality. For if you are like a superpower, like, oh my God, I love superpowers and ability. If you are like a person of like spirituality abilities and stuff like that, you're a dimension shifter, natural born. You are a natural born dimension shifter, which is why Yahweh didn't allow you to pay attention to your reality. Because if you were a kid and you would have noticed that you were shifting dimensions, you would have like probably freaked out and thought you were lost, and then had like schizophrenic episodes and wound up in a psych ward because you don't know much about, the differences and changes in the dimensions, in order for you to see that you're still living the same core experience of reality. It's just the details are slightly different. Like for me, for example, I'm a dimension shifter. So it's like my slight difference of dimension shifting is people's people's responses to me will be different when I shift a dimension. The way that people respond to me will be different. I still have like my core lifestyle happening to me, but the way that people respond to me is different depending on the dimension that I'm in. So that's just how it works for me. You got to figure out how it works for you. You're a natural born dimension shifter. So that's all that I have for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to book a personal reading with me or see more tarot, all of that information is as always in the description below. So go ahead and check that out by clicking the title and heading to the description. Always, always, always tip the tarot reader if you feel so led to. If you so feel led to. If so you feel whatever. So if you feel led to. When you feel led to tip the tarot reader, tip the tarot reader. Peace, love, and light. And as always, be great.